See the smoke when the sun shines. We will forever be faded under cold sky, captivated in your cold eyes.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my second video. So I just wanted to make a short video telling you guys a little bit about my fitness journey and how I got to the point where I'm at now, as well as showing you guys some awesome progress pictures and then answering some of the questions that I got this week. So just to start off, I'll make it quick, just telling you guys about how it was that I got to the point where I'm at now. I actually have played sports pretty much my whole entire life, and I actually enjoyed working out. So that was a big benefit when I started this fitness journey. My biggest problem was my nutrition. I just ate so poorly. I was constantly dieting, restricting myself, binge eating, restricting myself again, and even if I would lose 10 pounds, a couple months would go by and I would gain it all back. So, I was getting really frustrated with myself. There was a point where, I was battling with depression. My eating habits were terrible. I was having disordered eating behaviors. And it wasn't until I kind of found body sculpting where I'm at now that I truly got my mind where it was that I needed to be. And now I absolutely love the process. I love seeing my body change. I love every single workout. I love every single workout. And I'm really enjoying, what I've been through so far, and everything has kind of shaped me to be the person that I am now. And as cliche as that sounds, it's so true. Your experiences are going to shape how you see food, how you see your workouts, and once you're able to use them to your benefit, it really becomes a smooth journey. Of course, there's bumps along the way, but at least it's enjoyable, and at least you know how to deal with things once you start working with someone, once you become consistent, once you get past, that first terrible week where you're consistently sore, it does get easier. So I just wanted to start by saying that, and then I'll show you guys kind of what I looked like when I started at body sculpting. It actually wasn't right when I started. I had been going there for a couple months, but just doing some cross-training classes, and then after a while I decided to get into personal training, and then recently I got involved in their internship program and I started training there myself, and and I absolutely love it. So I'll show you guys where I'm at, where I was to begin with, and then also where I'm at now that I'm 12 weeks out for my competition. So it's officially 12 weeks today, and I'm really excited.
This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put love first. Something that we die for. It's a curse. Don't cry about it. Don't cry.
So to talk about some of the questions that I got, one of the main questions that I got after posting my What I Eat in a Day video was how many calories do I eat, and what are my macro breakdowns. So initially I didn't really put that information in the video just because I didn't want to send the wrong message. Everyone's completely different when it comes to how many calories they need and how many macros, how much protein, how much carbs, how many fats they need in their diet, or how many grams of fat they need in their diet. So I didn't want to misinform anyone and make them think that by eating the exact macros that I ate, they were going to get the same results, because that's not how it works at all. You kind of have to tailor your nutrition to yourself. But with that, I still wanted to let you guys know what it was. So I eat around 1,650 grams, or 1,000, whoa, that would have been a lot. 1,650 calories, with around 136 grams of carbs, 57 grams of fat, and 145 grams of protein. So over a third of my calories come from carbs, which is the biggest misconception that most people have, is that they need to cut out carbs when they're dieting. And that's not the case at all. Some people deal better on higher carbs, some people deal better on lower carbs. I'm kind of, I would say, like, not at a high range, but not at a low range at all. But I'm at a good point, and it's working for my body, and I'm not fatigued. I get through all my workouts. I'm actually happy during prep. which is sometimes unheard of depending on how you go through the process. And those macros work for me. So what I suggest is finding someone who knows something about nutrition and working with them to build a macro plan that works best for you. So another question that I got was, if I don't want to compete, if I just want to tone, do I have to eat exactly what it is that you're eating? And the answer to that is no. Nobody has to eat exactly what it is that I'm eating. I do eat quite a bit of protein just because I'm constantly lifting. I like training heavy, and I notice that it just helps me overall. But you might find that what works best for you is not eating as much protein as I'm eating because it might give you a stomach ache, whatever the case may be, and increasing your carbs or your fats. Whatever the case may be, it's best to find what best fits you. And I know I'm going to repeat that over and over, but it's so true. You know, for so long I was just trying to follow whatever diet I found on Pinterest that was probably for a girl that was 4 inches shorter than me, 20 pounds lighter, and that's why it never worked for me. It just wasn't meant for me. And then the last question that I wanted to address was, how many days a week do I train legs? So if you know me, you know that I love training legs. I love training hamstrings, glutes. My favorite lift is a deadlift. I love, working on my weighted hip thrusts.
Well then, let me see you get high and go low. Now girl, won't you drop that thing down to the floor? I'm here for one night, how far will you go? I wanna see you work out for me, high and go low. Now girl, won't you drop
Anything that's lower body, I absolutely love. But I also love training upper body as well. I train legs 3 times a week, but I try to break it out so I'm focusing on quads on one of my leg days, hamstrings on the other, and then glutes on the other. And it's not necessary for everybody to train legs that often, and it's, it might not even be necessary for you to have the same training regimen that I have, or even to lift as much as I lift. It's all about your goals. And I just find that lifting legs 3 times a week really works for me. It gives me time to recover. Generally, it takes 48 to 72 hours for your muscles to recover. So I've realized that that's the perfect amount of time for me to train legs. I'm not necessarily training legs every day because I do break it out, but I'm training lower body about 3 times a week. And that's all I have for now. I didn't want to make this too long, but if you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. And I should be posting some more videos up soon, so stay tuned. Thank you. Oh, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the videos. Bye.